Alright guys, how's it going? Casey3 here with some quick gaming news for you. So yesterday it was confirmed that only 4 out of 10 people has beaten that Order 1886, which is 40%. Now pretty much Order 1886 has been getting a lot of heat from reviewers, from critics, from fans in general. And what I heard from it is pretty much the story's good, the gameplay is solid, but after you beat the game, it takes about 6 hours or about 8 or 9 hours for the hardest difficulty. After you beat the game, there isn't much for you can do. Now that can actually depend on the person itself. There could be the person that likes playing single player games all over again 6, 7 times without getting bored. There could be those that beat the game, halfway, beat the game, and then pretty much said there's no replay value for, what, for them, because pretty much was confirmed there was no multiplayer. And they could probably just trade in the game right there, or there's a lot of different things about the Order 1886, but 4 out of 10 people, 40% not beating it, not getting that final trophy, saying they beat the game. It pretty much go into different, like I said, it goes in different types of situations. In the article itself, it says, life can get in the way. That is definitely true. Where life is taking over, you don't have that much free time, and pretty much, it takes a while, 6, 7 hours straight to actually beat the game. You could probably play halfway through, and then can't be able to play it no more because you was busy with life. And then when life is actually taking over, it'd be a couple months later, and then it's time to move on to the next game. Life can take over like that. Something else it mentioned was they could people probably got bored of the game. Played the game halfway through, got bored of it, they didn't want to complete the game, traded in, stopped playing it, whatever. That can also be a situation, or it can be a situation of those people that say, that brag about that they play games or beat the game, but they don't play it throughout they don't play it enough to actually beat the game. But then again, saying it's too short. There are some gamers out there like that that claiming the game is too short, but they didn't even complete the game themselves. So it can be a whole different type of method, different type of situations of why many people didn't beat the game. But it's kind of interesting to see 4 out of 10 people who bought the game haven't really beaten it, got that trophy that say you beat the game, and pretty much yeah, it's interesting to see that at that rate that many people. I mean, the people that bought the game, there's people out there that saying because pretty much it's kind of short, and it hasn't been completed. So it's interesting to actually see those results. Um, Also, what was confirmed yesterday that Shadow of Mordor is going to have a Game of the Year edition, and it's coming out May 5th for PS4, PC, and Xbox One. Like I said, May 5th. It's going to come with all the DLC for $49.99. And yeah, that's pretty much it for it. I kind of seen this coming because based off, that's what they do to many games that had Game of the Year edition, that won Game of the Year awards and stuff like that. They usually have a Game of the Year edition throughout the summer, a couple months down the line. And, this is pretty much, it's a repeat of some stuff. God of War, I don't know if God of War had that or well, but I remember Dishonored had that. Borderlands had that several times. I think Borderlands 2 has that as well. There's been some games that had Game of the Year that, definitely had a Game of the Year edition. Batman Arkham City, definitely came with Batman Arkham City, the game itself, then Batman Arkham Asylum. So there's some games that won some Game of the Years in the past that a couple months down had that Game of the Year, that Game of the Year edition packed onto it. So that's pretty much about it. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this game of news, especially the first one. Only 4 out of 10 players who actually got the game of Order 1886 only beat it. That was interesting. We've seen a little result of that. And like I said, it can have a lot of different situations, a lot of different methods of why many people didn't beat the game in general. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later in my next gaming news videos. Have a wonderful day, everybody.